Welcome back to the channel, guys. We're making another video on the Develon DTL 35. We've made some in the past. This one's going to be a little bit more in-depth. A few more things that we like and a couple things that we think could have been done better. Obviously, we had it painted. Shag's Auto Body killed the paint job, and Sunstoppers did the tint on it. Absolutely phenomenal job. Turned out great. We love it. Made sure we had Develon put back on the boom there and on the front, so we could still rep them, but we've got our logo on the back there too. Coming around to the back here, this is 115.3 horsepower. The pushing ability, lifting ability, all that stuff is blowing me away. I mean, it is an absolute beast all the way around. Your radiator flips up here. It's got these latches so you can get all that stuff up and out of your way. And then getting down to the engine, you can get all the way over the top of it. All your injectors, your lines, all that stuff. Filters are in a good spot. Air filter over here. You've got a battery disconnect. Obviously your dipstick, oil fill. Great access to all that stuff. Coming over here to the side, you've got a little locking door here. I believe that one is the hydraulic, if I remember correctly. And then on the other side, I really also like that the condenser is back here, so it's super easy to clean that out. Nobody likes a hot cab, so easier the better. And then your def is located right here. Another little locking door there. This is the first skid steer we've ever had with def. I really like the grease point layout. They're all super easy to get to. You don't have to reach up under body panels and booms and stuff to get at your grease points. So really like that. I hate grease and stuff, so the easier to get that done, the better chance of it actually getting done. All of these lines are super protected and laid out really well. They've got a cover over these hoses up under here under your undercarriage. A few people have made a comment about how the boom sticks so far out here on these and had some concerns about grading and whatnot. We've had no issues at all grading with this machine, just because the boom does stick out, you know, quite a bit further than some of the other ones. Visibility from the cab, looking from here to the cutting edge, is no problem now that we've got this bucket on. I think there was a blue diamond bucket on it originally when we bought it. Was not the right bucket for it, but got that lined out and got the right size bucket on it. We've had no issues there. I'll go ahead and take you guys inside and show you what we got going on in there. So climbing in the cab here, see kind of how everything's laid out. So you've got your double lap bar here, regular key, and then it's also got a code over here. Super nice screen. I really like it, how it's laid out. A lot of customization, whatever, you know what I mean. I've got a mute button right here. So you saw the radio kicked on right out the gate, so I can hit this button right here and shut it down. One thing I do not like about this machine, I've mentioned it in the past, is to turn the volume down. They did it right with the throttle. That's pretty cool. And you've got a pedal down there too. But to turn the volume down on the radio, you've actually got to click here and go here and push this a million times to get your volume up or down. So not ideal there, but it is pretty cool, like I said, that you can mute it right there. So going back to the home screen here, we'll fire it up. So we are live right there. You can see the backup camera layout works really well. Pretty good visibility on it. Again, throttle on the dial there. Heat and AC controls over here. It works very well. We've got a ton of vents down here down low. We've pushed some snow with this machine. It did a good job of keeping the windshield defrosted and able to see out of it. All your other controls over here, your lights, obviously your wipers, all that kind of stuff. A feature that I really like about this machine that I've never had before, I don't know if the other ones have it or not. Kicker unlocked there and hit that button. I'll show you, that's the bucket shake. So I'll go ahead and run the throttle up real quick, and that's on this button right here. So this is all fully customizable. If you go to your machine configuration, you can go to set joystick function, and you can see I've got my the two-way on the dial there on the rocker, and then your bucket shake, mute audio, lift arm float, all that's fully customizable where you can go through and change it to whatever you want. So I thought that was pretty neat. You can do it on obviously the left one as well, and then you can also switch between ISO and H. change all your sensitivities and all that kind of stuff. I like to make her run quick because I want to go like now. Change that from two-way, change your two-way slow to fast. So I don't know, a lot of stuff you can do on there. You can change your brightness, obviously, date, time, all that kind of deal. It's got a reverse arm that comes on automatically. Not a big fan of that. I'm glad it has it. You know, for some of these commercial sites, if we need it, it's there. I wish I could set it to not come on automatically. That being said, you know, it's pretty quick to get back to it. So if I'm going to be in it for very long on a residential site or here at the yard, just click there, and it is disabled and we're ready to go. So you've got your ride control here for when it kicks on, so you can set whatever speed you want the ride control to start working. Obviously, auto idle, if you run that up, it kicks right back down. I've got it set pretty quick to where it'll kick back down in a hurry. Good layout on your fuel, def. You can set your favorites up here. There's a lot of stuff in this that I haven't figured out yet. I haven't really messed with a whole bunch, but set your flow on your two-way. Obviously, this is high flow. Check all your fuel efficiency, your all your data as far as that stuff goes. Pretty crazy how in-depth this stuff gets. So I've been really impressed. A lot of it's over my head still currently. We'll figure it out more as we go. Your maintenance, super simple and clean layout on that. It shows what hour you're at and when they need change, so it keeps your maintenance a little bit easier to track there. So anyway, back to the bucket shake. Go ahead and run the throttle up here to about 2,000, and you hold this button. And as you can see, it is a violent shake. I mean, it'll get after it. So if you've got some sticky material and stuff, instead of having to sit there and beat the stick back and forth, it's kind of a nice little feature to have. So really like the bucket shake option. You've got all kinds of floats and unfloats and root beer floats and all that kind of stuff. I haven't figured all that out yet. I'm assuming this is going to be your continuous flow for your auxiliaries. But yeah, there's all kinds of gadgets in there. You've got creep mode, your horn, reversing fan, which I've never messed with. I probably ought to run that every now and then. But all kinds of different stuff, different bells and whistles in here. The windows, one of my favorite things in here, better design than my other machines have had in the past. Just super quick and easy, and you can set it at any interval, and it's not going to rattle you to death or anything like that. Good charger locations here. Also, the back window opens, so that's super nice. You can kick that open from the front or the back. I think that's about it in here. Good mirror up top. Obviously, a wiper. You got 3 speeds on the wiper. I've had machines that only have 1. This one you've got 3. Your washer fluid, all that kind of deal. So super comfortable cab. I really like it. It's been fun climbing in here each time and going to work. So obviously Bluetooth on the radio. I'm not sure if I mentioned that already, but it does a good job of connecting automatically. If your Bluetooth is on, it'll automatically connect and be ready to go. So yeah, I mean it's been good so far. We've got 91.3 hours on it. I don't know what this thing's going to do in the future. You know, I don't know how well it's going to hold up, but I bet a lot of money that it was going to hold up for a long time. So super excited about it, and it's been awesome so far. The quick attach for the bucket has worked great so far. No issues there. I really like how these auxiliary fittings are kind of tucked up in there and kind of a lot safer than they are hanging out front where they can get ripped off by something. So they're kind of recessed in behind the steel here. Better chance of surviving a rowdy scenario, which some people like to get themselves in. There's the lights I mentioned before. Super bright back here. It looks like daylight when you're rolling around at night. So I still have yet to lift the cab up on this thing, thankfully, knock on wood. Obviously, it's under warranty, so it's not really my problem anyway, but eventually I'll make a video of what it looks like under there once I decide to man up and pull 2 nuts off and flip it up. I've never actually looked to see how the cab comes up on this thing. Oh, they are outside. They're right there. So Pretty easy to get to. Looks like they've thought that out. Super easy to get to. Right here, yank those off and flip her up. So big stack back here. But yeah, eventually we'll, like I said, take a look underneath there and let you see what it looks like. Not too bad. Clean up those windrows. We're just trying to get her knocked down so the trucks can get through. We'll let the old GPS do the tuning on it. Just get her knocked down for the trucks. That's not too bad. I mean, it doesn't even appear to struggle at all at 2,000 RPM on a 25-ton pile. Knock her right down. Well, guys, I think that's about going to wrap up this video on the Develon. Until next time, I'm sure we'll have more content coming out on this and keep you updated as we go along. So appreciate you guys watching. Go check these guys out. Please like, subscribe, retweet, all the kind of stuff you're supposed to do to these videos, and help us kind of keep the channel going. Appreciate it. Stay tuned for more.